Produce that can't be kept in the fridge. Tomatoes. Anyone who has ever grown tomatoes knows that they love to soak up the sun and hate cold temperatures. Even after picking a tomato, it still does not like cold temperatures. Storing a tomato in the fridge is a quick way to turn it into a mushy disappointment. Melons. Unless the melons are sliced open, it is better for them to be stored on your counter. Storing watermelons, cantaloupe, and grapefruit at room temperature preserves their flavor and antioxidants. Onions. People like to put onions in the fridge because they last longer that way. Unfortunately, the cold temperatures will cause the onions to lose that crispy flavor you expect them to have when you take that first bite. The other big problem is they make everything smell and taste like onions. Potatoes. A refrigerator is too cold of a storage place for potatoes. The cold temperatures will cause the starch in potatoes to turn into sugar. This will cause them to have an awful and unusual sweet taste when they are cooked. Potatoes also turn very dark in the fridge. Ideally, potatoes need to be stored in a cool and dark area. Avocados. If you are someone who has ever frustratingly wondered why the avocados you were purchasing did not last very long, it was because you were putting them in your fridge. Avocados do not need refrigeration until they are ripe or you have sliced them open. Once you slice an avocado, exposing it to the air will make it spoil. Garlic. Putting garlic cloves in your fridge is bad for a number of different reasons. It is going to make everything smell and taste like garlic, the flavor of the garlic is going to fade, and it can cause mold to grow in your fridge. Garlic can last for 2 months when stored in a pantry instead of a fridge. Basil. Basil is very much like tomatoes in its love for heat. Storing your basil in the fridge is going to cause it to wilt a lot sooner than it would otherwise. The key is to treat basil as if it were a bunch of freshly cut flowers and store it in a glass of fresh water on your countertop. Just make sure you change the water every 2 days. Apples. The best way to make apples last is to store them on your counter for 2 weeks and then move them to your fridge, if they are not eaten by then. One of the added perks to storing apples outside of the fridge is that they make a great centerpiece in a bowl on your kitchen table.